This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Did you know that many products for pregnant women do not have their own clinical trials for safety or efficacy? That's because pregnant women are often excluded from clinical studies. Ritual is aiming to set a new standard with their Essential Prenatal Multivitamin. It's the #1 best-selling prenatal and the only leading prenatal backed by its own human clinical trial. Essential Prenatal is proven to deliver key nutrients, including folate, biotin, and vitamin D during pregnancy. Moms taking Essential Prenatal had a lower overall cortisol level during pregnancy than those taking a leading prenatal. Plus, it's designed to be gentle on the stomach. Ritual doesn't just have your back. They have the receipts. Get 25% off at ritual.com/clinical. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
With the Homies is coming to you live before and after every game of the Western Conference Finals, thanks to Youngsteads. Join Max and Parker as they get you ready for each game, and don't forget to tune in after the games as they take your calls and break down all of the action. Listen as always right here on KFAN for the free iHeartRadio app, or watch it at KFAN.com/watch.
Double 13-14 pass, Common Man Progrum. Program password Invitational round 1, 115 Marnes and Lil B. Double feminine touch to the program. They'll take on Muss and Fallness. And right now it's time for 534.
Time now for 5 questions. Well, actually 3, but 5 sounds like more than 4. Question number 1. NFL No Huddle.
Uh-oh.
A proposed ban of the tush push did not receive enough votes today. The final vote was 22-10 on the proposal, which needed 24 votes to pass. Common, your thoughts on the tush push, at least for one more year?
I think I told you yesterday it didn't bother me that much. Stop it. I agree that it's not really much of a traditional football play, just getting a bunch of guys to pile in like rugby and push, but I don't know. I guess in a perfect world, I'd say, I would eliminate it, but it doesn't bother me enough. We'll figure out a way to stop it when we play them in the NFC Championship game. I think it's going to be the purple in Philadelphia in the NFC Championship game, and you're on your own after that. I think you're disappointed by it, right? You'd like to see it out immediately?
Ultimately, it's not like something I'm super passionate about. I would vote against it, as did 22 of the owners, but not enough to get the overwhelming majority. And to me, it's not just tush push. We're all focused on the tush push. To me, it's every play in which you are pushing a ball carrier from behind. It happens so many times when a running back's carrying the ball, gets slowed up by 3 guys, and then it just turns into 2 offensive linemen push him from behind, and then all of a sudden he gains another 5 yards. To me, that's not really a football play.
I tend to agree.
But it is close enough where, maybe a year or 2 from now, all it takes is 2 owners to get swayed on that one.
Correct.
The Detroit Lions withdrew their proposal to reseed the NFL playoffs just before league meetings resumed today. So, Common, NFL will not reseed in the playoffs this year. Your thoughts?
Again, it was another one of those I really didn't give 2 hoots about. I could make an argument for either one. But at the end of the day, I think you said it best. I think this was your take. Then it kind of takes away from winning the division, right? And then that means it kind of takes away from your division games.
And you already have an unbalanced schedule because of that.
Right. So what's the difference? So now, if you win a division, by gosh, even if you're a 10-7 division winner, and look, it happened to the Vikings last year, 14-3, and they were the 5th seed. But I think that's just the way it's got to be. It's It's even like, think about now, again, this is different, but, the Wolves, like you said yesterday, they could just as easily have been a third seed. They were only one game worse than a couple, three other teams. And that's why they plummeted to 6. But, yeah, so I don't mind keeping that the same. Why not? No need to change.
And then lastly, owners did pass a rule change allowing teams to declare an onside kick attempt at any point during a game if the club is trailing. Additionally, the alignment for an onside kick has also changed, as the kick will go from the 34-yard line with players lining up at the 35-yard line. Common, your thoughts?
Everything's the same, though, as the onside kick, right? The only thing is you can do it anytime you want. You just have to announce it, right? But it's the same rules where the men...
So apparently before you could only do it in the fourth quarter.
Right, but what I mean is, it's still the lineup is the same. The guys can't get a running start or anything like that, right?
Except for other than they've changed the kickoff 1 yard back.
Yeah.
So apparently that's going to allow for more opportunities.
Oh, okay. Well, then
I don't know how, but...
Yeah, well, then I don't mind that. I just think that the onside kick now just... Was it like 3 or 4 successful ones a year, basically? It's really almost doesn't even make any sense. And I know the reason they changed the rule from what it was before, a lot of violent collisions, but yeah, if it maybe makes it a tad bit easier. And I do think you should be, if you want to do one late in third quarter, now again, the element of surprise is gone, but still, if you want to do one in the third quarter, I think you should be able to. There shouldn't be no reason why you can't. So I'm all in favor of that rule change.
Question number 2. It's time now to focus on the frost.
So far, now a break for Ottawa, led by Emily Clark. On the outside, Clark, she scores! Your overtime hero, Emily Clark!
Yeah, Emily Clark scored the game-winning goal, 2:47 into overtime as the Ottawa Charge beat your Minnesota Frost 2-1 last night in Game 1 of the Walter Cup Final. The Frost have lost Game 1 of every series they've been in the past two seasons. Common, can they pull the comeback off once again?
Well, I don't see why not. They've done it before, but that, of course, doesn't necessarily mean they can do it again. It was a really good game. I will say this, Tenneby. I'm going to try to say this without being what we call sexist. I wasn't sure because I've not watched the Frost until last night. I wasn't sure what caliber of hockey it would be. They're really good.
Yeah.
That's really good hockey. That was fun to watch. And, it's not as hard hitting as the men's game, but that's okay. Physicality is part of hockey and it's great, but they can skate, shoot, pass. I yelled shoot, shoot, shoot a bunch during the game. I really got into it, believe it or not. I enjoyed it. And it was a disappointing loss. Did you see the goal we scored was just a bad blunder by the Ottawa goaltender. She's
been terrific all playoffs.
She came out of the net to go to try to,
Oh, yes, I did see that.
And she just didn't handle it very well, and ended up they got a pass right in front of the net. It was basically empty netter. I mean, she got there just at the last second, but there was no way she could stop it. So then it's tied at 1, and then the OT, and both teams had a lot of chances. I mean, that could have been 3-4-1, 3 or 4-1 for either team, but particularly the Frost had a number of. They had 2 scoring opportunities. I still don't know how they didn't score, but, it's the way the puck bounces tend to be a lot of puck luck involved. And I'm looking forward to Game 2. I've become a hockey root. I think I might now be a part of the hockey community.
Your focus is on the Frost now.
My focus is on the Frost. And you know what? It got a little physical between the teams, a little pushing and shoving.
Yeah.
We said, Deuce and I said the C stands for chippy, and the F stands for feisty. Because they got an F on there. They were feisty and chippy last night in the game. It was fun to watch. I liked it.
We do a really quick one?
Sure.
Question number 3.
All Vikings, let's win this game. You'll hear us yell for more.
It's now time to take an in-depth look at the state of the skull.
20 years ago this week, the Wilf family ownership group's purchase of the Minnesota Vikings was approved by NFL owners at the Spring League meeting. Common, what letter grade would you give the Wilfs as owners over the last 20 years?
It seems like it's hard to grade owners in the salary cap sports, because if they're all spending up to the salary cap, right, they're not making any of the football decisions. I guess what you would maybe judge them on would be, have they hired the right front office people, right? It seems like they've hit on KOC for sure. And if you'll remember, Tinnamy, I thought Harbaugh was going to be the guy. And again, from a media standpoint, I thought he'd have been more fun, right? So I was sort of in favor of hiring Harbaugh, other than this basically unproven, great offensive mind, I guess, and we didn't know it at the time, but a quarterback whisperer. I was kind of against it. So they hired the right coach. I'm not sure about the general manager. He still hasn't signed his extension as far as I know, and his drafting has not been, it's well documented, but yeah, I think the Wolves want to win. I don't think anything that the team has asked for, I think they do. So I don't know. I'm not a big guy to hand out A's, but what else could you give? What would you say? I mean, I really like the Wolves.
Can I do A-? Okay. Just because, ultimately, have they gotten to a big game in 20 years? Have they won a big game? I know it's, but overall, I think, especially with some of the ownership we've had in this town, I think they're pretty darn good.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
But unless you win a ship, I don't know if I can give you
that's it.
The 100% grade.
Let's pause, get ready for the first round of Program Password, Marnes and Lil B against Fallness and Musk. But before we do that, as we go to break, Tinnamy has a keyword for bonus bucks brought to you by BigDeck.com.
The Fan and BigDeck.com want to give you a shot to win bonus bucks with our national cash contest. Enter the keyword cash at KFAN.com now for a shot of winning. That keyword is cash. Enter now at KFAN.com.
You can't rely on blind faith to get the pregnancy support you deserve. Ritual's Essential Prenatal Multivitamin is the only leading prenatal backed by its own human clinical trial. Essential Prenatal is proven to deliver key nutrients, including folate, biotin, and vitamin D during pregnancy. Get 25% off when you visit ritual.com/clinical. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Football.
Farm 840 is coming to Minneapolis. Join Willie Nelson, Neil Young, Dave Matthews, and more. That's Saturday, September 20th at Huntington Bank Stadium. Celebrate 40 years of music, food, and family farming. Enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets now on our contest page. That's KFAN.com. Keyword contest to enter today.
It's the Program Password Invitational Tournament first round. I'm supposed to be like snarky comment guy. But my microphone isn't working over there, so I just want to watch and listen anyways. I don't need to be a part of it.
Oh, no, not that.
That's
Anything but that.
It's like the Lil B's and so in love with the sound of her own voice. I can't get a word in edgewise anyway, so just let the four of them play and I'll watch. If I really feel like I have something to say, I'll run over to Fallness's mic and say something.
Well, we're already planning on having that for Friday because you're not going to be here for Friday. We have the second quarterfinal.
Oh. Well,
when you're gone.
Yeah, so I don't need to be.
Well, Nick was working on it. He was talking with Jared. We'd love to have you if you.
So just one less person to rip Fallness and I?
I kind of like that.
That's a bummer.
Why don't you try a mic check over there quick, I'm just on the air.
1, 2, test.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work.
Okay, so I'm just going to sit up. Eat lunch.
He's going to eat his lunch. That's just
Going
great.
to do that anyways, but I love it.
All right, hey, welcome to Program Password. It's the Program Password Invitational. It's the 4th annual. It begins today. It's we had the bracket reveal last week where we seeded teams 1 through 8, and we had some teams reunited, like the number 1 seed, Lil B and Marnie Gellner. The Broad Squad is back.
Rigged.
And they've got uniforms.
Yeah, they got uniforms this year, which you can see right now, KFAN.com/watch.
It's a great uniform.
Look good, play good. Shout out to Pat's Printing in Chaska for coming up with these broads back. The broads are back.
Hashtag Broads back.
The broads are back in because as you know, Tenna, you split us up last year.
Yes.
Some
Well, I
listeners
didn't.
don't want to believe it, but
I mean, you could have been drafted on the same. Well, no, you couldn't have last year, could you?
no,
you're right.
We were team captains and therefore split up. But as you know, Brod's back.
Rod's back. Stop shaking your head, Fullness.
I think it'd be more impressive
mad
if
at
one
us?
of you
You're
won
not
with
mad at
Muss.
me.
It's not impressive to see you guys win together. If one of you take Muss and win, then I'm impressed.
Take him Muss enough.
You're
I
no
take him here during
champion
the
over
day.
here. Man,
I'm not
this is a
taking
meat
him.
raffle. You're baking at the end, man.
I'm not taking him.
I suggested to Swedberg and Abbott that you guys should spot him like 40 points. So look at you guys can have 40.
No, I'm not doing that.
I thought you weren't joining this.
I just
Sit down and eat your Doritos.
And by Brod's back, they're not talking about the winner circle. Is not where they're going to. They don't like that one.
Well, it's not funny. B, we know we haven't won yet. That's why we're here. That's
To
why
change
we're
things.
That's
why
awesome,
we're
yeah.
playing with.
Right.
That's why we're locked in, Fullness.
Here's the
I
thing,
love it.
though.
So everybody stop having your undies in a bunch. We've never won.
Oh,
Let us play.
Real tough for you guys together.
We haven't.
Here's the thing, though. It's not a feel-good story unless Fallness and I win.
Agreed.
Right? Because
Yeah.
that's how movies are made. They make movies about that moment. I already figured it out. It's going to be Matthew McConaughey playing you and then Brad Pitt playing me.
Okay.
Yeah, going right to theaters. Meanwhile,
you're a Jack Black kind of guy.
The goats, they're so good. And you beat up a team that's not supposed to be very good. Not that all impressive. What they see later down the road.
Impressive.
It's called taking care of business.
No.
It's Wolves over Lakers round one. Let's go.
Yeah,
Here's how you guys get on the screen years from now when you get into your heavy drug use, and then all of a sudden you do the manizing,
happening
and
right
the
now?
men everywhere, and
show
then
is this?
Marnie loses her pool and her weird toilet in the backyard, and then the next thing you know, the two of you guys are stealing money from charities, and then you get to be on a 30 for 30. Congratulations.
Well, Muss, you said it'd be more like a movie. I'd say it's more like you're the Washington Generals. They just never win.
Sorry, Diddy.
That's not nice.
Not nice at all. That's my partner you're
Let's play the
belittling.
game.
like
Well, you didn't
Randy
seem very happy to have him
said
as your partner.
No, you've been ripping me
It's
as well.
fine. No, I haven't. A little bit, I guess. I just like to jump on the bandwagon. Everyone else does. It's fun to do it too. So I just want to be part of the crowd.
So let's get going, huh?
Yeah, let's play.
Password. Come on, give the password. Give the password.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play Progrum Password. Here's your host, the very average and plain-looking Tenna B. Hey, welcome. It's the Program Password Invitational. Before we begin, comment. Try that microphone again. Apparently, they've made another change.
It is full.
Hello.
No,
I don't want to be on.
that's not working. All right, we'll forget that for the show. As always, you can watch Program Password at KFAN.com/watch. You can see the Broads Back t-shirts from Lil B and Marnie Gellner. They are your number one seed in this tournament. Here's your Program Password preview. Lil B, you are the all-time wins leader. You're at 90 wins.
90 wins.
90 and 73. Marnie, third best winning percentage of all time in Program Password history. You're 20 and 5 overall.
It's not first, though, is it, Fullness?
It's not.
It's not that impressive.
You've won 80%
Much
of
better
your games.
percentage, though, than, Burb over here.
You have a lot to say
You mean
today.
the all-time
I'm just
wins?
saying. I mean, yeah.
That's
Well,
enough
she's got
talking.
the 90, but she also got the 71.
That's enough.
Well, 3 of those 5 losses have been in the Program Password Invitational. You guys, best finish runners-up in 2023. The
We're
two of you together as a team, though,
Yeah?
17 and 3 all time.
Is that right?
So we've taken a few L's.
Yeah.
We're not
Hence,
perfect.
number 1 seed.
Thank you.
You're going up against Kevin Fallness and Muss from K102. You're from K102, right, Muss?
As far as I know, who knows how this one goes? I might not make it at 3 o'clock.
As impressive as Lil B and Marnie's stats are, Kevin's and Muss's are the complete opposite. Fallness, 5th worst winning percentage of all time. You are 4 and 14.
But I'm a good sport.
You've also
Yeah.
lost.
Yes.
You've also lost 4 in a row heading into this tournament.
It's true. Bad partners.
Muss, 3rd.
Barb was one of them. Sorry. I'm just kidding.
We won together once, though, didn't we?
I think so.
You and
It's
I played
a
really
long
well
time
together.
ago. Yeah.
Somehow
I agree.
He can play.
Somehow there are 2 people worse than Muss at Program Password because you're 3rd worst all time. You're 2 and 9.
My God.
Yeah, they suck.
And you've yet to win in the Program Password Invitational. 2 of you together have played twice together. You are 0 and 2
Yeah.
as a team.
We are
Surprising.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Are we ready to go?
Let's
Yeah.
play.
Usually we let ladies go first, but we don't do that in the Program Password Invitational. We let the number 1 seed do the coin flip. So heads or
Okay.
tails, Lil B or Marnie, I will flip the coin. You can choose heads or tails.
Okay, I'll do tails.
Tails. Oh, that was a really bad toss.
Hello. Come on, tails.
Not a shocker. It is tails.
Oh my, this is so rigged. They're already working against us. I didn't see visual proof.
It was a heads
I
on the
don't
first
believe
one.
it.
You know,
I want video replay. You got all these YouTube cameras. I want it on camera.
Corner office wanted it a certain way, and they get it.
So Lil B and Must, you two have the iPad over there?
I do, yep.
All right, why don't you take a look at that iPad?
Then I'll go first.
The password is pink. All right. Have you guys seen the word yet?
No.
Oh, boy.
How do you play this game again?
Oh, God.
Nick's been too busy working on Commons and Mike. There we go. Now you got it, right?
Yep.
All right, Lil B. Let's finally get this game going. You won the coin toss. You have the option. Would you like to go first or second?
First,
All right, Lil B and Marnie for 10.
magenta.
Pink.
That was good. Magenta?
I think I would have said purple.
I got to Google that later.
Magenta.
I
I
don't
thought
know
it was
what the hell
red.
that is.
Great clue.
Thank you.
Magenta.
Lil B and Marnie out to an early 10-0 lead. Fallness and Marnie, take a look at the iPad, please.
That was really good.
Thank you.
The password is character. All right, Kevin, you're down 10-0 early, so you've got the option here. What do you want to do? You want to go first or second?
Oh, we'll go second.
Wow.
All right, Marnie and Lil B for 10.
Personality.
Charismatic.
Fallness and Muss for 9.
Symbol.
Prince? Personality?
Marnie and Lil B for 8.
Ethics.
Truthful.
Fallness and Muss for 7.
Integrity.
Whoa. I'm going to say, dang it.
Nothing. Marnie and Lil B for 6.
Description.
Loyal.
Fallness and Muss for 5.
Snoopy.
Snoopy?
All right, last one, Marnie and Lil B for 4.
Integrity.
Devoted. What was it?
That was a really good
Character.
clue, Fallness.
Character.
It was just as simple as character?
What would you have done?
I'm sorry, did you not come up with that?
I actually thought it, but then I thought somebody already gave that as a clue.
That's
Well, I
my
said
partner.
charismatic, but that's not.
Yeah. Did you see
That's not close enough to change, right?
Sorry,
Tana?
Fallness.
That's okay.
Charismatic. Because
Yeah, I can change off of that. Yeah.
Guernsey gets Cove.
Okay.
These two get each other. I get Must. Fine.
Man.
I thought someone gave it as a clue. Did you just say that? Really?
I really did, yeah.
All right, let's move the iPad back over to Lil B and Must. Take a look at that iPad, please.
Are we behind?
The password is degree. All right, Must. Amazingly, you can still tie the game right here. You're down 10. You've got the option. You want to go first or second?
We'll go first.
All right, Must and Fallness to tie it. This one's for 10.
Temperature.
Fahrenheit.
Lil B and Marnie for 9.
Bachelors.
Degrees. I almost said party, but I stopped. But I thought about it.
That was my next guess.
Yeah.
Celsius.
Excellent clue.
Fahrenheit.
Excellent clue.
Degrees. Damn it.
All right, 19-0. Lil B and Marnie with the lead. Marnie and Fallness. Take a look at the iPad. The password is pony. All right, Fallness. Got to get off the schneid here. You're down 19. You have the option. You want to go first or second?
We'll go first.
All right, Fallness and Must to get on the board. This one for 10.
Horse.
Jockey?
Marnie and Lil B for 9.
Miniature.
Pony.
Like, I would cheat. If I could figure out a way to cheat, I would be cheating now. I don't know how to.
I have it of yours.
I thought we were on the power trip, but I didn't quite understand the word you said first.
Voice.
Yeah,
It was a good clue.
It was a great clue.
I got Lil B got it off of that, yeah. Are you mustrated yet?
I'm very mustrated. I would cheat. Literally, if I could figure out a way to cheat in this game, I would right now. And I openly admit it.
Desperation is setting in.
Without a doubt.
The first half of round 1.
28-0. Lil B and Marnie with the lead. Lil B and Must. Take a look at the iPad. The password is manual. All right, Must. You got to get on the board here. You're down 28-0. You have the option. What do you want to do?
We're going first.
All right, Muss and Fallness for 10.
Transmission.
Oil.
Lil B and Marnie for 9.
Shift.
Engine. Oh, the other one.
Muss and Fallness for 8.
Stick.
Shift. She didn't just say that? Damn it. I'm sorry.
Lil B and Marnie for 7.
I won't even at you.
I know.
Lil B and Marnie for 7.
Automatic.
Gear.
What?
Muss and Fallness for 6.
Shift.
Drive.
Lil B and Marnie for 5.
Owners.
Manual. Cheese and rice.
Sorry.
It's all right. This game's not easy.
You know, sometimes when teams play down to their competition.
Stop doing that. Yeah,
Stop
sorry.
it.
Don't insult them. It's not Fallness' fault.
33 to nothing. 33-0. I don't think we've ever had a game
Just keep
shut
going,
out in
Marnes.
the Progrum Passion
Let's
Invitational.
keep going, Marnes.
Marnie and Kevin, take a look at the iPad, please. The password is register. Fallness down 33. Got to get on the board. You have the option. What do you want to do?
I got to go second.
Okay. Marnie and Lil B for 10.
Cash.
Flow.
Fallness and Muss for 9.
Voter.
Fraud.
Marnie and Lil B for 8.
Checkout.
Pay.
Fallness and Muss for 7.
Voter.
Bonus.
Marnie and Lil B for 6.
Scanner.
Register.
Yeah. There it was. There it was.
The way you said cash, that was good, Marnes. Should have got it right away. It was good.
Cash flow also. Yeah,
sure.
that works.
For sure.
We got there.
You could have just said voter for a third time as well.
I know.
39.
You seem to be playing down to your competition.
39-0. Lil B and Marnie have the lead. Lil B and Muss. Man, this would be really embarrassing to blow this one to these two. Lil B and
Why
Muss.
did you put that out
Take a look at the iPad, please. The password is club. All right, Michael J. Muspin the third. You're down 39 points. You got to get on the board here. You got the option. What do you want to do?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for that music to start playing again.
Now it's getting close.
Okay. Let's go first.
All right, Muss and Fallness to get on the board for 10.
Golf.
Mexico.
Lil B and Marnie for 9.
Iron.
Club. You said golf, right? Not golf.
What he said was golf. Is what I heard.
Oh, really?
I heard golf. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Did you see my face?
Yeah, your face was like,
I have no idea if he's talking about water
Say voter
or
again.
the sport.
I know.
It is 48-0. Lil B and Marnie have the lead at halftime. Not sure Fallness and Muss will come back for the second half, but if they do, you can watch it at KFAN.com/watch, and you can hear it on the Fan next.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Talkspace, the leading virtual therapy provider, is telling everyone, let's face it in therapy. By talking or texting with a supportive, licensed therapist at Talkspace, you can face whatever is holding you back, whether it's mental health symptoms, relationship drama, past trauma, bad habits, or another challenge that you need support to work through. It's easy to sign up. Just go to Talkspace.com and you'll be paired with a provider, typically within 48 hours. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule. Plus, Talkspace is in-network with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. Make your mental health a priority and start today. If you're not covered by insurance, get $80 off your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com and enter promo code SPACE80. That's SPACE80. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com and enter promo code SPACE80.
The Fan.
Hey, Bonus Bucks is back on KFAN. We have 9 chances for you to win $1,000 every weekday. That's every hour from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. To enter the keywords and learn more, head to KFAN.com. Bonus Bucks is presented by BigDeck.com. Welcome back. Program Password Invitational. Commons here. You just won't probably be able to hear them until about 15 minutes from now when Mark Rosen comes in. But it's the number 1 seed, Marnie Gellner and Lil B, leading the number 8 seed, Kevin Fallness and Mike Mussman, by a score of 48-0.
Let's go, Muss.
We got it right where we want them.
If the seeds could go lower, you would be lower. But they only go down to 8.
You know,
My God.
Power Trip Bets had the line as Marnie and Lil B favored by 36.5. It's already at 48. So anyone who picked those two minus 36.5, looking good right now.
Don't cash those tickets yet.
Yeah, it's not over.
Yeah, we got to
It
keep
is
going,
not.
Marnes. It's not.
48, really? Jesus.
Kevin and Muss, did you guys chat at halftime? Do you have any
We
halftime
won't even look at
adjustments?
each other.
No.
No eye contact.
Not going to
nothing.
change the way you play?
He
No,
said
what are we gonna
you're
do?
dead to me, Muss.
I did not say that. I did not.
All right, ready for the second half?
Yeah, let's play.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
All right, like I said, Lil B and Marnie lead 48-0 over Fallness and Muss. Reminder, you can watch the second half of Program Password at KFAN.com/watch. Marnie and Fallness. Take a look at the iPad, please. The password is trap. Kevin, always important to come out of the halftime locker room and get some momentum on your side right away. You need it. You're down 48. You got the option. You want to go first or second?
We're going to try going first.
Kid.
Sounds really good. Kevin and Muss for 10.
Mouse.
Trap.
Hey!
We've been given life. Reborn.
Here we
That's
go.
great.
They're on the
Great
board.
go.
They avoid the shutout.
clear.
It's
Phew.
48-10. Lil B and Marnie with the lead. Lil B and, by the way, Marnie sounded happy for you on that.
She did, actually. Yes, that was genuine.
She's got a point where
Yeah,
she's
it was
cheering for
legit.
you now.
Charity work.
Lil B and Muss, take a look at the iPad. The password is dynamite. All right. Muss, down 38 points. The option's yours. You want to go first or second?
We got to go second.
All right. Lil B and Marnie for 10.
Explosive.
Dynamite.
Wow.
That's what I would have gone with, but I thought it'd be too.
You can use
too
hand
good.
signals when you're guessing, though, right?
When you're guessing, yes.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
did-
trying for something.
She just did jazz hands.
You
so
could
just
argue
jazz
she didn't
hands.
pronounce it properly, but she used the old,
too.
she used the 80s
I didn't think it
sitcom
was
version.
correct.
Wow.
Mirrored sunglasses. We could cheat with mirrored, like I could read them off your eyes. If we, I'm just coming up with ways we could prevail here.
Problem is, if you guys cheated, it would be pretty obvious.
Yeah, probably.
And probably still wouldn't help.
Lil B and Marnie lead 58-10. So Lil B and Marnie, you guys are 22 points away from a win. Marnie and Fallness, take a look at the iPad. The password is wall. All right, Fallness, down 48. The option's yours. You want to go first or second?
We'll go first.
All right, Fallness and Moss for 10.
Brick.
House. It's a great song.
Marnie and Lil B for 9.
Wonder.
Wall.
See, Berlin would have got it. Joseph Wall is a goaltender. I don't think you got
Too
that.
bad you couldn't point to the wall right behind us there. Brick.
So that would be.
That's just cheap.
That's using parts.
I love how much time Musk takes to let the clues sink in. Brick house,
Don't give them any advice. You're still playing them.
which is fine.
Still a great song.
Yeah.
Can't deny it.
That's my
So
favorite
is
song.
Wonderwall.
Yeah.
That's my favorite song of all time. Did you know that?
Brick House?
Yeah.
Or
No,
Wonderwall?
not Brick House. Wonderwall.
When you went to do Wonder, I thought you were going to do From the Window to the Wall.
Another great
Sweats
song.
are dumb.
You almost said it.
Is this over?
No.
Almost.
Sit there.
67-10. Lil B and Marnie with the lead. I have to figure out what the biggest differential in Program Passer Invitational history is. I might have to look that up. I'm guessing we're close to it. Lil B and Marnie are 13 points away from a win. Lil B and Must, take a look at the iPad.
I'm looking for something sharp.
The password is rodeo. All right, Must. The beauty of password is you're never out of it because you'll have the option basically the rest of the game. You got the option here. You want to go first or second?
Well, let's go first.
All right, Muss and Fallness for 10.
Cowboys.
Indians.
Lil B and Marnie for 9.
How is that not the answer? Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Event.
Rodeo.
I couldn't remember if bull riding's one word.
That's not it?
It's not.
That's your
done?
problem.
All right, here's where we're at. Lil B and Marnie, you have 76 points. So any correct answer, you are advancing to the Program Password Invitational semifinals. Fallness and Must, you're only 70 points away. You have 10.
Just right behind you.
Marnie and Fallness, take a look at the iPad, please. The password is dip.
God.
Marnie consoling Kevin already. Hasn't even waited for the game to end.
Oh, Fallness, I just want to put you in my pocket
No.
and take you back to my
He
office. I
hasn't
just
been a
feel so
gem in this
bad.
thing either.
I feel bad.
Fallness,
We'll go first.
the option's on you. All right, Fallness and Moss for 10.
Chaw.
Chew.
Marnie and Lil B for 9 and the win.
Spinach.
Leaves?
Fallness and Moss for 8.
Kodiak.
Snuff.
I know. Okay.
Marnie and Lil B for 7.
Artichoke.
Dip.
They win.
You're in country music, dude.
Yeah, but I don't do that.
Yeah. Fallness.
You went with chaw.
I know. That's what we call a dip.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Lil B seemed to
Everybody
figure it
knows
out.
that. Yeah.
Artichoke and spinach were good, though, too.
Well, I thought it was tobacco. And then
Okay,
you
we'll
said
see you
that's
next
what I
year.
was thinking, yeah.
I think I'm going to go.
No, Fallness, stay.
That was the biggest beatdown in Program Password Invitational
Oh, this gets
history.
better.
Lil B and Marnie win 83-10 over Kevin Fallness and Moss. I'm sorry, Kevin.
It's over?
Feels like it just began.
Sorry.
Got some time in the segment.
I suggested you spot him 40. You
Yeah.
could have spotted him 70. No, then you would have won. You could have spotted him 69. And they would not have won.
It was a good game.
That was great.
Was it?
Well, I mean, like,
I had a blast.
it's not like the words were super easy or
They were.
They were.
Yeah, there was a good difficulty
yes,
of words.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Lil B and Marnie, you advance to the semifinals. You'll face the winner of Creasel, Rosen, or Common and Gorg. Do you have a preference of those two teams?
Ooh. Creasel and Rosen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think they're worse?
Yes.
Really?
Wow.
You feel strong
Then
about
Common and
Crease, but
Gordon?
not Rosie so
Yeah,
much?
because it's Rosen.
Oh.
But also,
Gorgie and Common just played together and just crushed.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, they were very good.
They got the mo.
Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, Fallna said that if he could cheat, he would.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put you on Mark Rosen's team next year.
We'll figure it out. Come in.
Gorg and I are both goaltenders. He played real hockey goaltender. I played boot hockey goaltender, so we're always in the same
That's
way.
a connection.
So
we
you
share
get
that.
it. Yeah. That's
you two
obvious.
weirdos, yeah.
Well, I'll take whoever's on the schedule. I'm just going to be a workmanlike. I'll put this uniform
this is a great
back on.
shirt.
Going to
Thanks.
wash this shirt.
Thanks, Pat or
Thanks.
Carl.
Yep.
Who is it?
No,
You
Pat's-
won't. You
Pat's
won't have.
printing.
Pat's
Jessica,
printing.
shut up.
Brad's back.
The Broads are back.
Brad's back.
You won't have to launder those shirts because you didn't even have to break a sweat.
I'm just going to hang them up.
You're not wrong.
Thank you, Lil B, Barney, Fallness, and even
Thanks,
you,
guys.
Muss. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
Lil
it.
B and Marnie advance. We have another quarterfinal matchup. That'll be on the 10 of Fitzgerald this Friday. The number 3 seed Greg Swedberg and Larry Mondello guy will take on Max Fuller and Meat Sauce. That'll be 1:30 this Friday. And then we have 2 games next week. Tuesday, Corey Cove and Justin Gard versus Tommy Olson and Zach Halverson. And then Thursday, it's that Creasel Rosen versus Common Gorg matchup. Common is back. Mark Rosen will be here on the other side of the break right here on the program.
You can't rely on blind faith to get the pregnancy support you deserve. Ritual's Essential Prenatal Multivitamin is the only leading prenatal backed by its own human clinical trial. Essential Prenatal is proven to deliver key nutrients, including folate, biotin, and vitamin D during pregnancy. Get 25% off when you visit ritual.com/clinical. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.